Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is out now, and I think that this is definitely worth talking about. I'm really going to be only talking about the campaign mostly here. I've tried out some of the other game modes, but you guys know me. I've reviewed games before, and I've said that I'm a campaign slash story guy first, side content and multiplayer guy second. When I buy a game like Call of Duty, I'm going to be focusing on the single player missions. I've been really let down in the past few Call of Duty games, starting with probably Vanguard. I thought Vanguard, because I played it on Xbox One instead of Xbox Series X, was really glitchy, really slow, didn't have the performance that was capable of delivering a game on the Xbox One, so it made my experience with that game really bad. Modern Warfare 2 I thought was okay, but that was where the campaign for me really started to lack the intensity that I expect from a Call of Duty campaign. And Modern Warfare 3 just completely fumbled the bag. I don't know how that game got released. I don't know why they decided at the last minute, at the 11th hour, to make a full-blown Call of Duty game instead of just an expansion pack to Modern Warfare 2, which is what it was originally supposed to be. Not only did that game lack the intense firefights of previous installments, but it just didn't have a good story. It had moments where it felt like the game was taking the controls and the controller out of your hands, where you weren't able to play certain things. There were remakes of certain levels from older Call of Duty games, like the No Russian mission, that just didn't have the impact that they thought that it would. Everything story wise felt rushed in that game. So when it came to Black Ops 6, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get that. Campaign wise, at least from the campaign, this is a really good game, despite some really weird supernatural elements thrown in there, because it's Treyarch. They're the ones that did the zombies first, so obviously they got to throw some stuff in there. And it does feel really jarring when you get to the certain supernatural elements of the campaign, because is it a horror game or is it a Call of Duty game? It's kind of like Warzone from Modern Warfare 3 and from multiplayer from the other Call of Duty games, but it's not as open ended. You still have objectives that you have to complete, but you can complete them in any order. That was like the middle of the game for me. But when I say Black Ops 6 brought back the firefights, I mean they brought back the firefights. These were intense. This is what I wanted from a Call of Duty game. I wanted to be thrown into the middle of a goddamn firefight. And that's exactly what happened. In the middle of the Cold War, you have the missions where you have to spy, but then if you screw up, you just have everybody coming after you, where it feels like the last few games where if you had to do some spy work, you only had like two or three people coming after you. I thought the AI in those games was also really awful. The AI in this game is really smart. They see a dead body, oh, they're calling in the backup troops. So here you go. You're in for a long firefight. You're in for a haul. All the levels of this game had intense firefights. That's really what I was looking for from this Call of Duty game, and they brought it. And that's really all I have to say about the campaign, other than the supernatural elements just didn't work for me with the campaign. And that's really all I have to say about Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I just wanted to get that off of my chest because that was what I felt like these games were lacking. They were really lacking intensity, tension. There are some really good bad guys in here. The cutscenes look photorealistic. I can't believe that we are at that point in gaming territory where the cutscenes look so good that it could be a movie. My mother was walking by one day and she was like, "Are you playing a game or a movie?" And I'm like, "I'm playing a game." And she said, "That looks really real." And I said, "I know. It looks really good." The firefights almost every second. I had to duck for cover, had to take out a mortar, had to take out a guy with a sniper. Those were the moments of the game I was having the most fun. When the game does slow down, it has an awkward pace because of those supernatural elements. There's things involving this bioweapon called the Cradle in the middle of the game that you find out your character Case was like a part of. He was like a test subject. It was supposed to give you superhuman abilities, but it didn't really do that. And because it does that, you experience supernatural creatures. It's weird. There's like this one level where you have to go to four different areas. You have to take out all these like mannequins and supernatural creatures. It doesn't feel like a Call of Duty game in those moments of the game. It was like, I think it was Black Ops, was it Black Ops 3? Which one was the Black Ops before? I think it was Black Ops 3, because Black Ops Cold War brought the campaign back. I think it was the Black Ops before Black Ops 4, because Black Ops 4 was the one that didn't have the campaign. I remember there being some weird stuff at the end of that game too, so it felt a lot like that. It felt like signature Treyarch stuff that they would do. But man, I was longing for a Call of Duty game where I felt like I could just have fun again in the main story, not just on multiplayer or zombies. I wanted a whole well-rounded experience, having fun with a Call of Duty game. And the campaign, for the most part, despite that sluggish pace and those supernatural elements, brought that for me. I felt like the firefights were back, the intensity of the firefights were back, the tension of the firefights were back. Also, the final level of this game reminded me so much of Skyfall. I don't know why, but it just did. I was like, I'm literally playing a Bond game right now. And the Bond fan in me was happy. That's my spiel on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. If you're skeptical about buying this game, if you're a person who is really just a campaign guy like I am, rather than a multiplayer, zombies, Warzone, whatever it may be type of guy, I hope that this sways you to buy the game. I hope it doesn't deter you from buying the game. I think that they actually stepped it up a notch here. So let me know if you have played Black Ops 6. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. I'll leave my link to my website in the description below as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I'll see you at the movies somewhere.